Not a bad day. Caught 4 trout. Probably could catch another one, but I'm deciding to go back and cook one of these guys up. That's a good trout right there. One that's still wiggling. I use these little plastic looking larva grubs, and I go ahead and put them on a super tiny hook, like probably the smallest one you can. And you just set up your fishing line like normal, like with a one little clamp on weight and a swivel and a bead, and then you just use one of those small hooks, and then you hook one of those larvae on there, and then you're gonna want to get some trout dip. This is what they had at the store, so I got this, but this will work. And the garlic trout dip works awesome too. But hey, at least your fingers aren't going to be smelling like garlic when you are using this kind instead of the other kind. But hey, garlic works really good out there too. But yeah, I'll just recommend if you're curious about trout fishing or whatever, is just try some of these little larvas. They work freaking awesome because not everyone thinks of using something like this. They always want to use like what everybody else uses, and use the power bait, or like a rooster tail or something, or even worms. But like, yeah, like if you gotta think like a fish. If you're eating the same thing every single day, you're gonna be like, I don't want that. So this is like something new, something they haven't had. So I would definitely recommend trying it if you go to a place and you can't catch a fish, because who knows, you might hook up with something, because that looks real. If you ask me, it looks like a freaking maggot or a larva or something. And when you dip it in that trout dip, no matter what flavor you use, it's killer out there fishing for trout. So yeah, I just recommend that. And then get yourself some small hooks. That works freaking perfect.